Okay, I'm sure I'm not the only one who fucking was just like a little piece of trash starting out, getting really interested in makeup and all this crap, and you're just like, oh my god, like you just fucking wanted to like check out the world. I don't even know. Okay, so looking through my newsfeed, this is what it reminded me of is I wanted to try and find like red eyeshadow because like when I really like I wanted to be like this insane makeup artist, and I was just like holy shit, red eyeshadow. And honestly I actually got this like idea that I really wanted red eyeshadow from like that really like old school like they showed it on Family Channel like song with the her name was like Shiloh or something like that, and she, she used to sing the song Operator and be like, Operator, Operator, don't call me, I'll call you later, or some shit. And, okay, yeah, so I thought she was just fucking gorgeous. And, yeah, so I just really wanted some fucking red eyeshadow. I was probably like, give or take, between 14, 15-ish, maybe. And so my mom, like, on one of our trips out to, like, Metrotown, because they have some crazy shit out there, I don't even know, they have, like, all kinds of stores at Metrotown, and I think the mall is, like, Metropolis or some fucking thing, I never actually paid attention to that. Okay, so we went out there, and we found a Sephora, and I was like, oh shit, and we went in there and we asked them about it, and they were saying that they don't really carry much, like, red eyeshadow, because apparently people get, like, allergic to it a lot, or something like that. Like it has to, I don't know, just red people react to like weird. And so, and then it was like, I think they did have like a couple of them, but they were like sold out, shit like this, right? And they were like, hey, go try like the MAC store. And I mean like, me, this like super like gross tater tot wanting red eyeshadow is a little weird. And I mean like, this was like me first starting out with makeup, so I didn't like have shit. Like I had like dollar store brands and like fucking like Claire's and like Gardine's crap and just random shit that I just collected. Like maybe superstore shit like Joe Fresh or whatever. Like I just had like random ass makeup, and so it was like going to Sephora was like the most insane thing of my life because it was like super pretty and like super like there was just people and like there was like little different like booths and stuff and like you know what I mean? Like you just walked around the shelves and you were like, ooh, what's this? I want to touch it. Ooh, what's that? I want to touch that too. And then there was like pretty brushes that had like little anime characters on it. I don't even know. They were like little squishy, and then like it was just the coolest shit I've ever like yeah. And I just was like super ecstatic and like like super excited. And they were like, yeah, go check out MAC. And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, oh my god, I've heard of MAC. MAC is like, oh my god. And I was like, woo. Like this was like, you know, at the time where like you hear a brand that everyone uses and you're just like, ooh, I bet it's great. And you're just like, ah, everyone talks about that. And everyone like, you know, and you watch all those shitty like YouTube tutorials or whatever and you're just like, oh my god, oh my god. And so yeah, so we went and found MAC, and let me tell you, that was the scariest experience of my life. I don't even know. Well, probably not like the scariest, but like, you know, like it was fucking, oh my god, like, make someone like fucking feel like the fucking hugest piece of shit ever. Like I'm so just thinking about it made me want to like scream earlier. So yeah, but it was like we walked in there and okay, so I'm like this like chubby fuck. Then there's like my mom. She does not look like she belongs in this store at all. She like looks like lives in a farm kind of like woman, because that's just what we look like, right? And so we walk in there and it's fucking hot. I don't know if it was just me, but like I was dying. My face was bright fucking red because they have mirrors everywhere or some shit in there. Like I don't know. They just like had this like it was weird. It was like this small fucking store that was like no bigger than my goddamn living room, and it was like there was like this kind of like back area that looked like some kind of salon because there was like chairs and then like mirrors and shit, and then there was just like one middle island piece that had like everything looked like it was on display, not for you to buy but literally just like look at our stuff because we're awesome. And it was like all the testers and shit were on top, and I was like, what the fuck is, what do I do? I was like where I look, who do I talk to? I don't even know. And like, so this one person kept like, I don't know, there was like maybe like 4 customers like other than me in this like teeny ass shop, and it was fucking horrifying. Like I just felt like I wasn't supposed to be there like at all, like just like secluded, like fucking like I felt like people were actually glaring at me that I was in there. Like I just felt like it was like a heart attack, and I didn't know what to do. I was just standing there, but so it was like, do I touch anything? Like what if like, I feel like someone's gonna fucking scream at me if I fucking touch anything. Like it was just like holy shit. And like it was just ooh, oh my god, I've never had a worse experience in a store as far as I know ever. Like it was just horrifying. So then this like one lady or some shit, I think it was like a lady, she's like, I don't know, there was even no one at the counter, no one like anywhere that looked like they worked there, or like, but like I don't know, everyone just looked like a snob, so I really didn't know who was who. But so this one person was like walking around talking to like the other people, and then would like walk to the back and like whatever, and I was like, hey just like, hey just and I was like, oh okay just never mind. And then I was like who do I talk to? And my mom was like, I don't fucking know. Like my mom didn't even give a shit. And I was just so I'm like internally screaming. And then I don't think, like, I think we might have talked to someone at that point, but I'm not too sure. And, like, it was an eventual thing, like, at one point, because I've been there, like, at least 3 times, and at one point we did get someone to talk to us, and it was kind of like, oh yeah, like, they don't have red there or something. Like, they just didn't have red at that store, because it was, like, they found that too many people were allergic to it or some shit, so they just didn't carry red. And I was like, how do you not carry red? Red is literally the fucking, like, a real main primary color here. Like, you know? Like, fucking red. How do you not have red? Red is like, people are probably more likely to use red over blue or yellow or green. Like, I don't know. You could do a lot of shit with red, in my opinion. Maybe that's just a me thing, but, like, I don't know, no, like, then again, I'm thinking of, like, when I was, like, this old, a lot of people would just slap on a color, and that's all I really wanted to do was just fucking poof, red, you know, like, that's what I was excited for. But then again, yeah, people do actually use, like, a lot of different colors, because they do, like, the really pretty, like, color in the middle, and then the darks on the outside, and the whatever, like, people do a lot of crazy shit now, but I didn't, you know, like, you gotta think about the fact that I was, like, 14 to 15-ish, and I was just kind of like, yeah, I just want to put it under my eyes, and that's it, just some red, just like, on my eyes. And so they were like, no one has red, and I was like, what the fuck? So they were like, hey, check out this other store that we have that's billion miles out of the way, but yeah, do that. And I was like, wow, alrighty, no thanks, but okay. And then, so that was intense. And then, I don't know, a different time I went into MAC makeup was like, I was with my brother, and we went out into Metro Town because he needed to, like, pick up his phone from, like, the Apple store or whatever. And so we went out there, and we were, like, walking around, and I don't even know, like, he was like, well, what do you want to get? And I was like, okay, well, I just, I kind of wanted to get, like, makeup brushes or something, or, some makeup, if I could, like, maybe. And I was like, it was, oh my god, this was just the greatest thing in my life. So, we go in there, and I mean, again, like, 15-year-old doesn't know what the fuck is going on. Go in there, and the only reason, swear to fucking god, the only reason anyone actually talked to us is we walk in there, this like super flamboyant, like, I'm gonna say like 80% sure he was gay, because honestly the only reason we went in there is because he started hitting up my brother. And we like go in there and he's like hitting on my brother or some shit, like super excited, and because I don't know what the fuck's going on, so I'm like, I don't even know, my brother like picked up on that vibe, which is weird because he's usually an asshole, but he was like super chill, and like he was like asking questions, and he was like trying to help me out, and I was like, oh my god, I was like, I love you so much, like you're I can't believe you're doing this, like, okay. So he was like, oh yeah, like about the brushes or about this or about that, and then I didn't even know, the guy was like talking about like what school he went to and all this crazy shit that they did, and I was like, oh my god, this is so fucking cool, like, it was great. And he was like, oh yeah, this brush is like super good, like to use on myself, and like if I'm using it on someone else, and I was like, oh my god, you're so perfect, thank you. And so I ended up, okay, so seriously, like being this like, because it was like, okay, starter brush kit more or less, like water good starting brushes, and so I ended up getting like this like MAC kind of like slim but fluffy brush. But it's like this long are the bristles, I swear to god, and I don't even, like, I'm like, okay, whatever you do you. And it just is, but it's like actually really pretty feeling, and I really like it. And it's just, that one was the one that I was using like the most, and then I got another one that he was like, oh yeah, this one's like super like fine tip thin, like an eyeliner brush, and he's like, that one's pretty good to have too. And I don't know, I was actually pretty happy, but I haven't used it. I have had this brush, because I'm 19 now, I've had this brush for at least 5 years, and I have not used it once, because I don't know, like, I get this kind of, like, I don't want to ruin my stuff, and I want to keep it for as long as I can keep it, and a lot of people say that your brushes and shit like this probably, like, get rid of every, like, 5 years or some shit. Well, it's like, honestly, I'm poor as fuck. I spent about $100 and I bought 2 brushes and a like container of brush cleaner. So so this like shitty 15 fucking year old just spent so much money, and I'm like, fuck that. I will use these brushes until fucking I get like hives and the bristles like fall out. I don't even care, because like this is just insane. So I still have these brushes, by the way. And I actually haven't used them like too much, but that's only because like I got really like self-conscious and like really awkward, and I just hated life, and I didn't do much makeup and all this crap. But yeah, so my MAC experience was just insane. I don't know, it was so awkward, didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So thanks. And that's just what that made me think of. But I do have like honestly, I ended up just getting some random fucking brushes from like Superstore, because I was just like, fuck, I don't even give a fuck anymore. I was like, I don't know what's going on, whatever, and I just have been picking up random brushes throughout the years. Honestly, I don't even know what brushes I need for anything or what any of them are. I'm just like, hey, I like that feel of this brush. It's fluffy, or it's like not fluffy and it's like flat and smooth and it picks up the powder gray, and I'm like, yeah, let me just, and I just like stuff it on my eye, which is gross. That sounded really gross, but you know what I mean. Fuck, seriously, like if you're like a shitty, like, I swear to God, like everyone has been there. Probably. Or maybe it's just a me thing, I don't know, but I'm guessing most people have been there, where they really don't know what they're doing, they really don't know what's going on, and they walk into like a high store, like MAC makeup, and you just feel like, oops, I'm not supposed to be here. But going into Sephora was pretty cool. Like, it was like super chill, super awesome, everyone was nice to me. Going into MAC, I was like, yeah, you know I'm not supposed to be in here, and you're like giving me the death glare. Great, wonderful, okay, bye. Like, it was just shit, so terrible. Like, give me a fucking heart attack. And I just thought of that because I was like, wow, all over some fucking red eyeshadow, which, by the way, I still have not gotten ever. Like, I have ended up with some like, and I'm talking like solid, like matte, like not shiny shit, just red. That's all I want in my life, is just a red. Just a fucking wonderful, beautiful red that turns out like a fucking, I don't even know what to fucking compare that to, because what else in the world is red? Like, you could be like a fucking stop sign, maybe, but I don't know, that doesn't, for some reason that doesn't make me think of red, because like you just have to stop in the middle, I don't know. But yeah, like red like a stop sign. A fire truck, oh my god, I could be a fire truck. What is that? What is up with me today? Like, I was gonna say the sun, and I was like, actually the sun is like yellow. Yeah. But a fucking fire truck, I want to just be a fire truck, and I've never gotten red eyeshadow before, and that kind of peeves me off. But, like, I mean, I've gotten some, like, shitty red that I went to, like, the Halloween store, and they had those, like, little Halloween kits where it'd be, like, here's some eyelashes, and the nail polish, and a little lipstick that's, like, turquoise or some shit. Well, actually, this one was red, because it was a red kit, and it was, like, this little tiny thing of eyeshadow, and half of it was black and sparkly, and the other half was red and sparkly. But that did the trick, kind of. Actually, it turned out so terrible. I'm just a fucking idiot. But I just don't like sparkly reds. That might be it. I really don't know what to tell you, because it's coming up to the 15 mark, and I don't know why I just fucking just went on for, like, that long about red eyeshadow and MAC, because MAC kills me. But, I don't know, basically, no matter how shitty you feel, just do it anyways, because fuck them all. Especially MAC. I don't know, it's probably not all MAC stores, that one just sucked, but yeah. Just go with it, just fucking do it, that's good, you know? Peace out, fucking don't die. and, you know, all that shit.